Throughout YouTube, there are countless videos on the topic of the 7 Hokage and how to rank them, but I feel like they all follow this straightforward, mediocre line of reasoning, and they're all simplistic with the same basic ranking of all 7. So today, I'll be making my own ranking of the 7 Hokage, so without further ado, let's go right into the video. At number 7, I have TSUNADE. TSUNADE is held to being one of the 3 great Sannin who scale above the Kage respectively. TSUNADE is shown to be relative to both Jiraiya and Orochimaru, but is conveyed to be the weakest of the trio. TSUNADE during the war is able to rip apart Madara's Susanoo ribcage, albeit with the mental web, and with a amp with 100 healings. Also prior to this, she's almost outdone in medical ninjutsu by Kabuto, but I digress. Her alongside Jiraiya are able to tag team the likes of a weakened Orochimaru to the point where Orochimaru needed to retreat. TSUNADE is a capable kunoichi in her own right, but she doesn't have the feats to scale her to the participants on the rest of the list, such as TOBIRAMA, Minato, HIRUZEN, etc. etc. At number 6, we have HIRUZEN Sarutobi. HIRUZEN is the 3rd Hokage of the Leaf Village and is the Hokage in office at the start of the series. HIRUZEN is also stated to be the strongest Hokage compared to all other Hokage previously before his time era. HIRUZEN would also scale above the likes of the Sannin, as he is able to beat not only the reanimations but Orochimaru himself. He also does the best against Orochimaru, as we know that TSUNADE and Jiraiya had to double team him in order to stop him while he was weakened from the HIRUZEN fight nonetheless. It's also stated in the data books that in Sage Mode, Jiraiya and Orochimaru would need to be relative or equal in strength, conveying the idea that TSUNADE is the weakest out of the 3 Sannin. In the war, he's also able to briefly react to Ten-Tails Obito, but is tagged. He's also able to single-handedly fend off against the likes of Guru Yamato. All these feats and statements would scale above the likes of the 3 legendary Sannin, which is directly scale him above the likes of TSUNADE, which is the reason why he's number 6 instead of number 7 like most generic lists put him. Moving on to number 5, we have TOBIRAMA Senju, uncle to TSUNADE Senju, and is the 2nd Hokage and brother to Hashirama. Now I know it may seem odd me putting TOBIRAMA above the likes of HIRUZEN, but hear me out first. TOBIRAMA was held to being the fastest shinobi of his era and or time. This includes modern Hashirama putting his speed above these godlike characters. TOBIRAMA was only 2nd to Hashirama within the Senju clan, as no one could compare, not even the younger brother of Madara, Izuna Uchiha. When reanimated, TOBIRAMA is able to scare all of Team Taka, including Orochimaru, while only flexing his chakra with one finger. TOBIRAMA is also able to fully react to the combat and reaction speeds of a Ten-Tails Obito, able to tag him while using multiple paper palms as he's attacking. He's also able to tag team with Minato using the Flying Thunder God Jutsu, showing great skill with the jutsu as he did created. In my opinion, this should scale him above the likes of TSUNADE and HIRUZEN, as you know that TSUNADE and or HIRUZEN has no feats or statements comparable to the likes of TOBIRAMA. This is also conveyed by the Ten-Tails scaling I previously provided within the war. Speaking of Minato, up next at number 4, we have Minato Namikaze, father of Naruto Uzumaki, and is the 4th Hokage of the Leaf Village. During the birth of Naruto, Minato was tasked with holding off the 9 Tails, which he is able to successfully do. Minato would then fight a younger 14-year-old Obito, in which he is almost defeated by the Kamui, although is able to successfully escape using the Flying Thunder God Jutsu before he is fully teleported away. Minato is also able to react in speed blitzes said Obito, even with the increased perception and precognition of the Mangekyo Sharingan. During the fight against Naruto versus Pain, Minato directly states that the likes of Pain pales in comparison to a 14-year-old Obito. This would also conclude that a base Minato would either scale at the top of the Akatsuki or directly scale above it as a group or as a whole via the feats and statements that are shown. Also, the statement where it says Naruto surpassed Minato with the Rasen Shuriken is most likely referring to the destructive capability of Minato in comparison to Naruto, as you know that Minato until the war arc doesn't have any heavy hitters. Speaking of the war arc, during the war arc, it is directly stated by TOBIRAMA that Minato has a better body flicker than himself. This would also mean that Minato would be faster, as I know people make the argument that the body flicker just means how well you can actually control your chakra, but it's the fact that we can also assume that Minato and TOBIRAMA left the battlefield at the same time, in which Minato arrived there first, but I digress. To elaborate further, we can interpret this as a speed feat, as we know that the Hokage will leave the Uzumaki base at the same time, in which Minato was able to teleport the Ten-Tails Biju Bomb and successfully teleport to the battlefield before the Biju Bomb can fully teleport and detonate. Minato would then showcase his KCM2 form, which would directly scale above the likes of a base KCM2 Naruto that he is able to access. In this form, Minato is also able to fully speed blitz the likes of a Rinnegan Mangekyo Amped Obito. Furthermore, Minato was also able to react to the full combat speed of Ten-Tails Obito Obito and is able to successfully save both Naruto and Sasuke and teleport them away from Ten Tails Obito, in turn saving their lives. Prior to this, Minato was also able to react to an amped Raikage in base, and is directly stated by the 4th Hokage that there is no shinobi faster than him now that the Minato is dead, again conveying the idea that Minato is the fastest shinobi of all time, having the supporting statements by both the Raikage and Tobirama to support the narrative of him being the fastest shinobi. While Minato has all this lore and impressive feats, he pales in comparison to the 3rd place contestant on the list, that being the 1st Hokage. In 3rd place, we have the god of shinobi himself, Hashirama Senju. Hashirama is by far the strongest non-6-path shinobi, even scaling above the likes of a reanimated Madara in the war. This is conveyed by the damage that is dealt between the two characters during the fight itself. Hashirama is also praised by Madara Uchiha himself, stating that the regenerative capabilities are unlike anyone else's, verbatim saying that he didn't even have to weave hand signs in order to regenerate. Hashirama was also able to subdue the 9 Tails on multiple occasions, even going as far as capturing all 9 Biju and splitting them evenly amongst the other villages. In Sage Mode, Hashirama was actually able to completely overpower the likes of Madara Uchiha using the 1000 armed Buddha statue. Hashirama was only surpassed with the introduction of Ten Tails Obito. Overall, Hashirama is the pinnacle of these non-6-path configuration of characters within the series, but doesn't hold a candle to the outrageous and monstrous power of the 6-path characters. Speaking of 6-path characters, at number 2, we have DMX Kakashi, also known as Dual Mangekyo Sharingan Kakashi. During the climax of the war against the fight against Kaguya Otsutsuki, Kakashi will be gifted the 6-path enhanced Mangekyo Sharingan. During the brief period of time Kakashi is able to use his Sharingan, he is able to tag the likes of Kaguya, who directly scales above the likes of a 10-tailed, 3-eyed 6-path Madara, who directly scales above the likes of a 10 Tails Obito, who is directly stated to be stronger than Hashirama Senju at its most powerful. Kakashi in this form is able to speed blitz the likes of Kaguya and is also able to conjure a perfect Susanoo equipped with an ability called the Kamui Shuriken. The Kamui Shuriken will teleport the part of the body it contacts immediately to the Kamui dimension. And also, I forgot to mention that this is an amped Kaguya, as stated by Black Zetsu himself, saying how Kaguya was actually able to absorb the rest of the Shinobi Alliance chakra, amping herself, as you know that chakra does amp a person's physical strength, speed, etc, etc. At number 1, we have the Knucklehead Ninja himself, as well as the 7th Hokage of Leaf Village, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto and Boruto is directly able to fight against the likes of fused Momoshiki in base form, the same Momoshiki whom in base is stated to being a threat greater than Kaguya alongside Kinshiki. Naruto will then transform into a Saiyan 6-path mode and bully the likes of fused Momoshiki alongside Sasuke. Also check out my Kid Sasuke video, but that's besides the point. Anyways, back to the main point. After defeating the likes of Momoshiki and Kinshiki, Naruto and Sasuke would then be faced with their most powerful opponent yet, Ishiki Otsutsuki. Naruto and Sasuke would then get brutally beaten until Naruto will unlock the most powerful form that we see in the series, Baron Mode. Baron Mode Naruto would then go out and beat on Ishiki to the point where his lifespan was reduced down to 5 minutes. Naruto is also so quick to the point where he's able to effortlessly react and grab the chakra rods that Sasuke can't even react to with his EMS Sharingan, as stated by Sasuke Uchiha himself. Overall, I think no one is surprised by my number 1 pick on the list and why I decided to put him here, just based on the feats that we see all throughout the franchise, such as in part 1, in part 2, and, finally in the sequel, Boruto. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. This is by far my most worked on video to date, and it's probably going to be my longest and most viewed video. Well, at least I hope so. And also, as a fun fact before I end off the video, did you know that the Flying Thunder God Jutsu surpasses the concept of space, time, and distance? So theoretically, in the fight against Obito, if Minato did theoretically get warped into the Kami dimension, he could theoretically just teleport out of it and, safely return back to Leaf Village. But, I hope everyone has a nice rest of their day. Remember to always be safe, and Tempest out. Bye.